Hello everyone. So this is another video in the learning series after a long time, in which I would be going through a chart and describe the process of counting the waves using Elliott waves from the beginning. So for this exercise I have taken Vedanta VEDL, but you could take any chart and the process will remain the same. And the reason I have picked this chart is because it has a lot of history. So we have data available from I think around 1995. So that would, yeah, almost 1994 we have a lot of data. So this is a yearly chart. So there are two ways in which it is typically done, depending on whether you are interested in long-term positional trading or investing, or just kind of swing trading or a short-term trading. So we'll start with the longer-term process. So because that would also kind of cover the process that is followed for the shorter term, and then we'll kind of discuss both of them. So right now I can see the whole chart. So first thing is that we do is we try to kind of at least this is what I do personally, and different people may do it differently. What I do is I try to pick a time frame in which I can see the whole chart clearly within a single screen, so from beginning to end, and at the same time I can also see all the different waves, ups and downs, marked as much as possible. So for example, when I was looking at 1 year chart, it's kind of it just doesn't give me enough details. Basically I can just see this is one move and that's it. So basically you could start from this also, but my preference is to kind of have more details when I for the point from where I begin. So now I think in this case, because this chart is quite a lot of data, so quarterly works well. And for if you are looking at a chart which has recently IPO'd, or or maybe like just less than 10 years old, so you may want to start with monthly or weekly. So in this particular case, I think the quarterly chart works best for me, and because I can see all these swing highs and lows, and because essentially these highs and lows are what we call waves, right? So now that we have an initial time frame in place and the chart we can see completely, we have to identify the first most significant high or low in the chart from the beginning. So what do I mean by that? So the most significant swing high or low. So in this case, from the beginning, I can see this is the most significant low, because there is nothing before it. I mean, the stock IPO'd here and then it just fell down, and after this it kind of found some ground, and from here this is the point from where it started moving up. So similarly, there could be a stock which may have basically IPO'd here, made a high, and then kind of did something and then moved up or whatever it did. So in that case, from the beginning it should have been this swing high, the point from where we'll start counting. And in case of Vedanta, we have a swing low here from the beginning, and this is where we will start counting. We can even start counting from this point, but that's kind of useless, and sometimes it can help you in identifying, like after, for example, this is a corrective move, then you know that this would potentially be impulsive, and vice versa. And so those kind of things you can still figure out, but you can, in my experience, you can mostly ignore this thing if there is plenty of history to work with. So we will start from this point, And the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to do a very high level marking in this chart. So, and then we will keep drilling down in across time frames. So for here, I can see this is some kind of wave and it looks impulsive to me. It doesn't look corrective. In impulse, we have a clean up move or a clean down move without too many overlaps. So this looks that kind of move. So I will consider this as an impulse move. And then we have this move. This whole move looks corrective because you can see there are a lot of overlaps here. So this high overlaps with this high and this low overlaps with this low. So basically this doesn't look impulsive. So basically we have an impulse and then we have a corrective move. So this could be 1, 2, right? Or this could also be A, B, and then C, right? It could be any of those. So let's keep both the options open. I will mark it as 1 or A. And similarly, I will mark this point as 2 or B. Make sense? So now that we have some high level counts in place 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C. So we know 3 or C is going on. But before we get into that, we just try to sort out that these counts are correct. I mean, these look correct. I mean, we don't really have to kind of, get into too much details here. As long as you can see very clearly, this is an impulse kind of structure. This is a corrective structure. So you can also start counting from this point. And this is what actually is done in shorter kind of, when you don't want to go through the whole chart and you just are trying to kind of, see shorter term what's going to happen or what's happening right now. So you can start from the most significant swing high or most significant swing low in the recent time. So that's what you can do. So, but we are going to take this chart and kind of, do the whole exercise from the beginning. So now we have our wave 1 or A. So we know it's an impulse. So let's start counting the internals. So I can see this is 1 move, then this is 2, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1 move, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you know Elliott wave works in a fractal fashion, so basically waves can have waves within them. So when we say 5 waves, so 5 waves could become 9 waves because one of the wave could extend and that itself could break down into 5 waves. So 5 plus that would give us 4 waves. So let me first mark the counts here, high level counts, and then I will explain this. This is 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this would be 3, this is 4, and this is 5. And let me also change it to primary. Okay. So now you might ask why I have given this so many waves like this. I have made this whole stretch 3. So first let me so this is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now when we say that waves work in a fractal fashion, so waves can have waves within them, right? So now if I count this, this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? So basically 5 became 9 in this case. And in this particular case, I can count 13. So how do 13 happen? So because even this one of these waves also could subdivide into another 5. So now basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So basically we can have 5 plus 4, 9, plus 4, 13, plus 4, 17. So these are all valid counts for impulses. Similarly, when we do this for corrective waves, so we have 3 and then another one of the wave could subdivide into another 3. So we could could subdivide into kind of and extend and become an impulse. So 3 could become 7 plus 4, and then 7 could become 11 plus 4, and then it could become 15 also. So basically these series like 5, 9, 13, 17, these are impulse series, and then 3, 7, 11, 15, these are corrective series. So these are all valid counts basically. So that's how fractals work. And here you can see, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it could be actually here, and this is 1, 2, 3 ABC, which is 4th, and then we have a 5th. For historical data, it doesn't really matter as long as you are clear this is an impulse. I think these internal markings should not be a concern. So now if you want to mark this internals as well, so I mean I can do it in different ways. I can just do this 1. I said this is 1 and then this is 2, so 2 is actually here, A, B, C, and I can do it here. I mean I can do it in different number of ways, and I can again in different ways I can basically prove that this is still an impulse. So so I can do this 1, 2, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this whole thing could be 3, this is 4, and then this is 5. Right, so could do something like this. So these internal counts do not really matter if it is not a current wave, and as long as you are sure this is an impulse. So this is, I'm just showing them that how do we actually do it, and when it comes to the current counts, that is when we will be more careful and we will basically do it correctly. But this is definitely an impulse, and however you count it, it's kind of these internal counts are not going to help you, because this has already occurred, and what we are interested in, this impulse that is going on, it is 3rd or C, right? So similarly within this 3rd you can again go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can count in within this, you can also do that. And then coming to this is, you can see this is 3 waves, 1, 2, 3, so this is kind of ABC, and then we have this move and then another move. So basically this ABC is basically a kind of W, and then this is another ABC, small down move here, so which is ABC X, and then ABC, another ABC. So this is basically kind of a double zigzag setup, and which we are going to mark it as W, X, and Y. So now if you want to mark these internals also like ABC, you can do that, ABC, ABC, ABC. But again, since this move has already occurred and it's of no more use to us, then telling us that this was a corrective move. So we know this is a corrective move, it ended here. And then we can see that this whole move looks like a single impulse, and then this is like 1 and 2 within this larger 3 or C. So let's mark this as well. This is 1, this is 2, and then this 3 will be something like it's going on, and we'll use a smaller degree for this because it might have lot many extensions. So at a high level in this quarterly chart, these are my counts which look like, and that this is wave A, 1 or A, and then this is wave 2 or B, and then we are in wave 3 or C, and within wave 3 and C we already see an impulse here, 1, 2, and this looks like 3rd is going on. Within 3rd we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is what it looks like. So now let's go to a smaller time frame to refine this, and here you can, this is the chart, these are the markings, this is our 2B low, and here we can see, we can mark it something like 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. So you can see this is 1 2 3 4 5, and then this, and then this is 5. This one again I will switch to smaller degree. So typically I do not use candlesticks, I use bars, because I find bars more clear in conveying what's happening. So when it's basically when I'm doing Elliott wave counting, so here you can see this is 1 2, and this is 1 2 3 4 5. So this is your third, and then within fourth we have 1 A B C, and whenever you see this kind of setups, this kind of things, these triangular structures, these are typically wave 4s. So they should already give you an idea that this is kind of an expanded kind of pattern, and then followed by a triangular setup. So wave third ended here, this was A, and then kind of B, or which went above this high of third, and then it evolved in this triangular kind of fashion. And then we have 1, then we have this A, this is ABC within the wave B, and then we have, this is 3 waves. So I could, if I go to smaller time frame, we might be able to see 5 waves here, but even if we don't, that's fine, because in that case it will become WXY. So the point remains, it is a corrective pattern, so we don't really have to kind of delve too much into it, whether it's ABC, it's WXY, as long as you are sure this is a corrective pattern, right? So let me mark it WXY, because that's more flexible. We can, and ABC, if we see 5 waves here, this one we can see impulse clearly, so this could be A and this is B cleanly, and then this would be C. So ABC, WXY doesn't really matter. It would matter if this is still evolving and you are trying to figure out what's going on. But since this has already happened, just like the previous counts, we know that this was a corrective pattern, and this is likely over because the high of 1 has been breached in a very kind of sharp move, which looks like an impulse. So we don't really have to bother too much about it. And now after this we can see another 5 wave. This is 1 2 3 4 5. So here also if you will notice, and I think this will be more clear in smaller time frame, you can see this kind of structure. So this is again wave 4 here as well. This is 1 2 3 4 5. So basically this 5 is wave 1 of this third, right? So essentially what it is it is 1, then it is 2 is going on, 3 4 5. So let me, so this third, two of this 3 is going on, or it is probably about to get over. So because it has done almost wave 4 level retracement. Okay, so this one, let me mark it 1 degree higher, so we know this is a okay. So clear so far, I believe. I mean, I know I'm moving fast, but I'm hoping that you have some basic level of understanding of how Elliott wave work. If not, I would also be creating some short sessions on Elliott wave basics. So, but for now, since this video is about doing counts using Elliott waves, so I will stick to that. So this is 1 2 3 4 5. This wave 1 is done, and we are in wave 2. So this is monthly chart, and beyond this I don't think we can make out much. So we'll go to smaller time frame, which is weekly. So we can see our wave 2. We can make some adjustments because in time frames these things can go here and there. So this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, which is, you can see the wave 3 are very clear impulses typically, and these are very kind of, you know, clean waves, wave 3s. And here you can see this triangular also more clearly. And then, so this is likely, this whole thing is a triangle. So this is our 4th, and then finally this is 5th. And this is our wave 1. So now you can see this is 3 wave, this is 1 2 3, then WX, this is too complex, difficult to count, so this whole thing you can see. And then this rise is also not 5 wave, this is 3 wave. So basically that means this correction is still continuing. So this is W, X, Y, X and Z. So this is a corrective pattern, also known as triple zigzag. So that makes me wonder if this wave 2 is done. So because this WXYXZ, this is a complete pattern in itself. So let's do one more thing. Let's check the retracement of this wave. So now you can see this retracement has been to almost 50% level, slightly more than that. So which is kind of okay for wave 2s, though many times it is much deeper, 61.8% or even more. So now what we need to do is we need to see a clear 5 wave up to confirm that wave 2 is over and wave 3 is starting. And those 5 wave up could be in a smaller degree of, like, you know, like for example in daily or even in weekly, wherever we can see. So even this move could be 5 wave. So we will know if it is a 5 wave when we go to daily chart. So it does look some sort of kind of, you know, sharp move, this bar and this bar, even though it has a long wick on the top, but I will know more when we. So for now, let's keep this option open that wave 2, we are not sure 100% it is complete or not, because if this correction has to continue, it could continue like this. So this WXYZ could be a larger W, and then there could be X leg, and then another Y leg, and only then this will get completed. So right now let's not get into it. Let's just keep it open that it's probably done, or we will know what kind of is how this particular move is evolving. If it is looking corrective, then we can assume that this would likely be another X, and then there would be Y, and then only this wave 2 will be over. So let's go to daily now and see what's going on there. Let me remove this to keep the chart clean. Okay, this is our wave 1. W, X, Y, X and Z, and here we can see so far this is 1 2 3, and this is looking like wave 4 is going on, but it could also be ABC 1 2 3, and then this is another 1 2 3 is going on. So we don't know. So it could be ABC, or it could be 1 2 3 and then 4th going on. So given that we know that something completed here, WXYXZ, so the preference would be to the view that this is 1 2 3 4, and there will be a 5th, and after that 5th is done, then there will be some kind of retracement in form of ABC, WXY, WXYXZ, and then there would be an up move, right? So now we have come to daily time frame, and we know that the current move which is happening right now is likely a 5 wave move. So and we are in fourth, and if we go beyond this point, then that would confirm that this is likely an impulse, and that would also mean that this wave 2, where is the 2? Okay, here. That wave 2 is likely complete here, and we can basically kind of anticipate more upside. And how much that upside would be if that is the case? So we will take conservatively, we will take the equality in wave 3 of wave 1. So that would give us, we will use trend base Fibonacci extension, and from this is our whole wave 1, and this is assuming this is wave 2 low. So that gives us a target of 678. So we can assume if this becomes 5 wave, then this move should continue. Obviously there will be retracements in between and everything, it will not be a straight line move, but if this becomes 5 waves and the low of this 2 holds with these 2 conditions, we should head towards 678. So please do not, strictly I am saying, please do not treat this as an advice. It is just for educational purpose, and I am not trying to say that this stock will go to this level or any other level for that matter. This is only meant for educating, and that's how it should be treated. Okay, so and if this is 2 is not over, then what would likely happen is this down move will continue. So this will become 3 wave and then another 3 wave, and then there could be another 3 waves, and this could continue till it completes W, X, another X, and then another Y. So in that case, it would do deeper than 50%, which is the current level of retracement. So it would probably go to 61.8% or something similar. So these are the 2 possibilities now, and by looking at the whole chart history, we have come to this conclusion that what is going on right now. Right now, let's say I don't have the patience, I'm a short-term trader and don't have the patience or time to basically do all this, like go from the very start. What can I do? So what I can do is, maybe I can just take like weekly chart or even daily, depending on what time frame I trade. So whatever time frame I trade, I mean, if I'm trading, let's say hourly, so I have to look at least daily or weekly. Or if I'm if I normally trade daily chart, then I have to look at least weekly or even maybe monthly. So let's say we are looking at it from swing perspective, like hourly time frame is our entry exit time frame. So we will just take a look at weekly chart, and then we will see which is the most significant. Let me first hide all this. So which is the most significant swing high or swing low in this case. So this is the current price. From current price, we can see this is the most significant swing high. So from this high, you can start counting and see how does the price action has happened from this point. So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, then this is an overlapping, then this is kind of X, 1, 2, 3, X, this is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is all overlapped. So this is whole thing could be 1, 2, 3 leg, and then another 3 leg, and then this is another leg, right? So this is all corrective, right? So basically after this corrective move, what will you expect? You will expect a level of retracement of this whole move, right? So first thing is that, and you know that this is a corrective move. So there are only 2 possibilities, that this could also be a corrective move or this could be an impulsive move. But in any case, this move would do a retracement of this, a minimum retracement we can expect like 38.2%. So you basically can retrace it and then see how this structure is evolving. If you are seeing 5 waves basically here, that you can expect that this move could continue to move up, or it could be like ABC, 5 wave, 3 wave, 5 wave, or it could become like 5 wave, 3 wave, 5 wave, 3 wave, 5 wave, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically you don't have to go through all this, but if there is like, there are certain issues when you are basically taking a shortcut, because in this particular case, for example, we are just taking this as our most significant swing high. But if you see our counts, so we know that this is where wave 1 ended, not here. Even though this is the highest point, but wave 1 high was here. So we have to basically, see this corrective move from this point, not from this point. So these kind of issues basically can happen when you are kind of, just taking a shorter time frame or shorter time view. So that's the reason. I mean, if you can do, just spend like, once you get used to it, going through a chart, it hardly takes like 30 minutes or maybe sometimes even less to kind of mark it. But if you are if you don't have the patience and you want to do it, and especially if the chart is very clear, in this case we have two kind of near kind of highs which are very near to each other, but not all charts will be like this. Some will have very clear highs. So in those cases, I think you can still kind of use this technique and just do this from there. So this was a long chart, so that's why it took time. I mean, if you take some recent charts like Zomato, Eternal, so they don't have a lot of data, so these can be taken care of quickly, and they just have only, and within monthly chart we can see the whole history of this chart. So in this chart we have, this is the most significant low. We look for most significant low or high when we are kind of looking for a fresh chart. And here I can see quickly that this is 1 2 3 4 5. So within 3 I can see this is 1 2 3 4 5. So this 3 has, so this is basically a very clean structure. So this is essentially a bigger degree, and then this is 2 is going on, then there is 3, and there will be 4 and 5 on the upside. So basically this wave 1 is done. This could be wave 1, this could be wave A, we don't know at this stage. So but it's same, because even if it is 1, we can expect there will be a 3 which would also be impulse, and even if it is A, we know that there will be C which would also be an impulse. So it doesn't really matter. And so this is done, and then you can see this is 3 wave down, so this could be ABC done, or maybe this is ABC X is going on, and then there will be Y. So you have to keep going to lower time frames and figure this out, what's going on, decode this structure and determine whether 2 is over or not. So that's how you can basically apply Elliott waves to understand the market structure, and how the stock or even a crypto or a forex pair has evolved, and what's currently going on and what is expected to happen. So that's all for this video. It was a long video, but I hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions on this video, definitely let me know and I will try to answer. So once again, thank you, and I will see you in the next video.